Global Television. From the hottest red carpet event to exclusive interviews with your favorite stars, we've got you covered. Stay up to date with the latest trends and news from the entertainment world, all in one place. Tune in every Saturday by 1 p.m. with Chung Annabelle Joseph on Global Television.
Hello and welcome to another Saturday here on Entertainment Circle. You know it's weekend and of course always a moment to relax, spend time with friends and family, have fun, go out, enjoy. And some people are already at Owambe enjoying themselves. Well, you know, within the week there has been this rumor that Netflix has alleged its exit from Nigeria, and now Netflix has finally broken its silence, and there are speculations that Netflix has exited already the Nigerian market due to the country's economic challenges as well as regulatory pressure. Reacting to the viral reports, Netflix in a statement sent to Tech Cable stated that it remains firmly committed to its operation in Nigeria while dismissing the rumors. The firm said it will continue to invest in Nigeria's story to delight its audience. Netflix, which entered the Nigerian market in 2016, has elevated many local content to global audience. And when I saw the story, I was really worried. I'm like, really? Then what are we going to be watching on Netflix? Like, you know, I can't be subscribing to Netflix and then, you know, you're making money in Nigeria. Nigerians are subscribing to the platforms, you know, and at the same time, we can't see Nigerian content. It's just somehow for me. And, you know, right now, in the film industry, I would say Nigeria is one country that I can say we just blew from 10 to 90. I would say that because Nigerian content right now, when it comes to the movie industry, you know, is so educating, is so creative. There's just so many involvement around it, and you can all bear me witness that right now we tend to enjoy Nigerian movies. We tend to just get so many, you know, right information from the movie, and really it's educating, it's fun. When you're finding the information, you're still going to get it. When you're looking for the, you know, entertainment, you're going to get it. When you're looking for laughter, you're still going to get it. When you're looking for lifestyle, you're still going to get it. So tell me why on earth will Netflix even imagine of doing such a thing? Well, based on what they have said, they said that is just a rumor. They are still in the market. They are still going to be in the market. They value Nigerian content, and of course, they are not backing out. I would say welcome to another Saturday here. You know, I am still Chung Annabelle Joseph, and today I am having an independent filmmaker with me. You know, I was talking about Netflix, and I'll get to hear what does he have to say, what he has to say about this particular thing. What if Netflix finally decides to say, okay, no, we're out of Nigeria? What is our fate? Where do we go to? What platform are we going to be subscribing to? Yeah, I know we have other platforms that we can subscribe to, and then we'll still enjoy, you know, those moments that we are enjoying when it comes to Netflix. And I know that some people are even complaining, you know, but then I think that doesn't matter. I'm very sure he has something to say about this in particular, and he is none other person but Michael Chine. Chinemeki Ike. Yeah. Don't mind me. Okay, thank you for joining me on Entertainment Circle today.
Thank you. The pleasure is all mine.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, you know, I was talking about the Netflix issue backing from the Nigerian music industry. You know, as of an independent filmmaker, I know you've been in the industry from like 2016 or thereabout, and I could see that you've done so many things. Your work is out there. You know, you've gone back and forth in and out of Nigeria and all that, doing your thing. And so what do you think about when the whole story came in? Like, how did you feel? you as a person who is a filmmaker?
Okay, well, so let me just use the opportunity to just explain a little something, because people do not really understand the whole thing about Netflix leaving and all of that.
Right.
So Netflix did leave, but it's not like the way people think. So this is what happens. So there's something that Netflix does. We have originals, right? So Netflix, like if they see as you have talent, you have good stories, they fund you. So they can give you $1 million to produce a film.
Right.
So when you produce this film, it's a Netflix project. So it's an original film. It's on the platform.
Right.
Then there's also what they do when, maybe your film goes to the cinema and it's like very good, or you do a film, they buy it for like a couple of years.
Right.
So if you notice on Facebook, on Netflix, sometimes you see some movies, they'll be like Living Soon. Maybe it's like a 2 years deal, 3 years deal, something like that. So that is something that Netflix has been doing, for a while. So they came into Nigeria in 2016, because before then, the only movie that they took as an original was Lionheart, right? I think Lionheart kind of made them see, there's potential in Nigeria. So they came in and they started funding filmmakers. So you see people like Afolayan, you see a lot of movies he did, Citation, so many of those movies, So Netflix would fund the films. A couple of other people, we have Blood Vessel, so many films, Black Book, so many of these films were funded by Netflix. Even Amazon Prime came as well. So, but what happened was that, they stopped funding the film. That's what they did. So it doesn't mean that they will not be buying Nigerian. Yes, they were backing out. So it doesn't mean they won't be buying our film. So what it means now is that Netflix will only take your film if it's good enough. Yes, but it's not like the one that they will have to sponsor anymore. So there's a lot of rumors which I believe is true. So they said what some of these filmmakers does is that when Netflix gives them money, they just use some part of it to make a film, and then the other one maybe they invest in other things. I wouldn't say that's a lie, because Nigerians, we like to cut corners a lot. It's very sad, but we love to cut corners a lot, and I wouldn't be surprised that people do that kind of thing. And these guys are smart. They are not fools. So if they notice something like that, because come on, if you are giving $1 million to produce a film and you don't use all the money, there is no way that it will match the quality.
The quality,
exactly. So I guess that might be what happened. I don't want to make any but I believe that's probably what happened. So it's sad, because for someone like, I have a film that by Stranded, we should be going to cinema, and then to maybe Netflix or Amazon Prime. Now my dream is that I believe I'm very talented. I'm an independent filmmaker, but I believe that if Netflix sees my project, they should see potential in me, and hopefully, they would want to fund me to, make some very good project. But now that opportunity may not be there anymore, because I just have to make my film and hope that it's good enough for them to take it. So that's basically what happened. It's sad, but it doesn't. It's not bad. After all, Amazon Prime left a while ago, and they're still buying Nigerian movies. So I think this is also good in a way that now filmmakers, you have to now find a way to get money and make your films good enough, so that it also goes to this Netflix, which is an international platform. If your film is on Netflix, people all over the world could get to see it.
I think that is really a good thing for you to share with myself and all the viewers out here today. And when you said something about the funding, and for the filmmakers not to be able to make the movie as rich as it's supposed to be. And the truth is that I agree with you 100%, because I'm a lover of movies. I love to watch movies at my free time. Sometimes I watch them to learn something, pick up one or two things to add up to the little knowledge I have and all of that. And when you compare the Nigerian or the Nollywood production and other countries, you could see the differences. It's like we're holding back some of the money, and we're keeping it for another project that is coming, and we're still expecting that platform to still give us more money. And really, that is greediness, to be honest. Now, we're not trying to point fingers and say, okay, certain filmmakers or certain producers are the reason behind that. But I feel it's a lesson for young people who are coming into the industry, like independent filmmakers, which you said you had like lovely movie or film coming out, and then you were hoping that you're going to get the opportunity, but then all hope is not lost, because the most important thing is for your content or for your movie to be out there, for people to watch it, for people to learn from it, for people to speak about it, and then it gives you this excitement, and then it makes you're fulfilled that you've sent the message, and then you just pass it across to the audience. Well, I just hope that you get the best out of this.
Of course.
But the good thing is now Netflix did not say no, we are not taking Nigerian films or Nigerian movies to our platforms. They are only saying we are not going to be sponsors anymore because of this and that. And I think Nigerian filmmakers should really work on that, because it is no good. It's not a good thing to us Nigerians at all. It is not. Now let's talk about your own your work experience as an independent filmmaker in Nigeria. Now I want to start from the economy at this moment, because you're already having projects you're working on, the ones that you are almost done or you're not done, or the ones that are coming, the economy, the dollar, the money, everybody's complaining about money. People now, compared to like some years back, people are always shopping cinemas. Sometimes you go, you don't even get space, and now you can go to the cinema. You can see like maybe it's only 5 people that are there, and all of that. How does it affect your work at the moment? Like, how does the economy really affect your work at the moment?
Okay, well, so we are independent filmmakers, so we are just young filmmakers, and so some of these big shots, they do experience this challenge. So you can imagine people like us. So the economy is really bad right now in Nigeria, and of course it does affect us, because everything you do, price changes. In fact, even equipment rentals now, you want to rent equipment, the person will tell you that they are no longer renting this at this amount, and you've probably done your budget, like you've said, okay, this is the amount you will spend to make this particular film, but at the end of the day, things has changed. And there's something that happens in filmmaking. There's always like emergency expenses. In fact, if you budget 100,000 naira to make a film, you should probably have like 200,000 naira for emergencies. Because if you don't take care of that you might have to start all over again to do that. So the economy has been, it's been tough on us, but then one thing we always know is that, see, films, entertainment is something that people would always fall back to at the end of the day. In fact, most people in the industry made much money during the COVID-19 era, because everybody were at home, and people need something to fall back to. Netflix made the most money on that, because everybody's always watching Netflix and all of that. So the challenges are there, but I just feel like we just have to like keep pushing good projects out there. I think there's a statement by one filmmaker, Niyi, made about this whole Netflix thing. He said that the only advice he has for filmmakers is keep making films, keep getting better. There are going to be challenges that even before Netflix came, we were doing great. And also when these guys came, they did not come and start asking who are the good filmmakers we have in Nigeria. Like they didn't ask for people like us. They had to work with people that are already established, the good name. So I believe that despite the challenges, we just have to keep working, so that if another opportunity comes, we'll be there to be one of those people that will benefit from it. So that's Netflix is not the only one. There are a lot of streaming platforms, and I'm sure very soon we have HBO. We have so many of them, like literally so many streaming platforms.
Okay, now let's talk about your inspiration. We know that at all times there must be like a starting point, or what pushes people to go into something in life. You can't just say, people like, oh, I just wake up and I saw myself here. No, probably you must have thought about it, and then your capacity, your ability, the level of your creativity. So basically, just talk to us about your inspiration. What really gave you the inspiration to go into filmmaking? And not just filmmaking, you are an independent filmmaker, and not anywhere else in Nigeria. So what really gave you the guts, the inspiration, the push to get into that?
Okay, so basically I've always loved to tell stories. I love telling stories. I think my nickname, people call me Young Otto. They call me Young Otto, but then the Young Otto thing just started because I published my books when I was very young, still in school and all of that, primary, secondary schools. So I love to tell stories, but then along the way you discover that Nigerians don't really read anymore. So we don't read anymore, but I still love to tell the stories. So I kind of converted it to digital stories. In fact, I also studied theater and film in the university, Nanyuka University in Oka. So that's basically where I started. And one thing about me is that I kind of I don't just want to be a filmmaker. I always love my project to be unique in certain ways. Either that I'm trying to tackle a particular issue, I'm trying to address them. I just felt like this, like being a filmmaker, it gives me this freedom In fact, if you get me angry, I'll produce a film, name the villain after you, and then I can have somebody punch you or something like that. So yeah, I get to express myself. Sort of, maybe I'm not a politician, so sort of me to come on TV every morning to say something, I might just decide to just make a film and use the film to address that issue. Air my own opinion. We have the creative license to say something. So yeah, that's the inspiration, and so far it's been going great.
Okay, so what more can you also say about your journey so far?
So it's been challenging, quite all right. I started in Oka, Anambra State, so I've been in Oka from my school days. I got an opportunity to travel to the United States in 2019. Okay. I was connected with some of my friends on Facebook. I think I use this point to say this. I think young people need to try to just work hard. We need to stop trying to engaging in internet fraud and everything, because my biggest investors, biggest partners today are from the US, and I've not seen them. These are people I met on Facebook. But then because of these guys are watching you, they see what you do, they see everything. So because when they see these things, they are able to. I have 3 Americans that invested in that Stranded that will be coming out very soon. So these things happen. So I got them with some of them, and they were doing a film. I was supposed to travel to the US. I was very excited. Right. Deferred my admission because when you go for interview, they might want to know, are you leaving your school? So I deferred my admission by 1 session. But then that's 2019. That was my first time trying to do this thing. So the visa thing, I didn't do it. I think I applied for work visa. For tourist visa, and I was going to something like that. So went for the interview, and I didn't get the visa. So the thing kind of made me, because when I came back, my classmates were already writing exam. I can't just go back to school. So that was where the journey started, because before then I just tried to go to auditions, act, something like that. But when I was at home, I just said, since I'm not able to travel to the US to be in this film, maybe let me use this opportunity to make my own film. That was just how it started. I went to Sterling Bank, took a loan. I'm a daredevil anyway. I went to Sterling Bank, I took a loan to make my first film in January 2020, and I did make the film. Then COVID-19 happened, and everything was scattered. So what I said is that I always try to turn every situation around. When things are not going right, I try to turn it around. So with everything that was going on, I just gathered my fellow students, people that are as passionate as I am, and we formed a theater group. So we started making films. That is where the journey started, and we've been able to do so many projects. We've done, in fact, I've not gone to the US, but most of my films I try to include American scenes, and we shoot it in the US. Some of my colleagues they shoot the scenes for me. So I've not gone there, but I've featured American actors. In fact, 2021, some of them came to Nigeria for the premiere, and so it's really been great. And so from those small projects, YouTube films, now we're making films that now go abroad to film festivals, streaming platforms, and what have you. So the journey has been great so far.
Okay, that's really, really a good one. It's a great story, the great journey. There's no success without challenge.
Of course,
there's no success, but your ability to keep pushing, not to give up, and because you know exactly where you're headed, so it gives you the confidence to know that you're making sense. For people to come in and want to invest, that means it's good.
Of course,
because nobody wants to put in money to something that's not going to profit them. There's nobody that would do that. So talking about stories when it comes to filmmaking, I would say that there are particular stories that probably you are underrated, or let me say, underrepresented in Nigeria. And so I know that there's definitely some. I'm not into the filmmaking thing, but I know you are. So what are those kind of stories that you feel like in Nigeria they are being underrepresented? They are supposed to be really something that are supposed to be in the forefront, but then people look at them and then throw them aside just because probably they feel like that's not what the people want to watch, or that's not what the audience wants. So what are those type of stories that you feel should come to the light in Nigeria that are not there yet?
Okay, well, I think this is something I preach every time. I think we need to start telling our stories. We need to go in and bring out this story that shows the rich culture, our heritage. Everybody is trying to make Hollywood. In fact, even in Nigeria, we're trying to make Hollywood movies. You'll be watching a film now, you see, let's say that there's a crime scene. The next time they are bringing tape how many crimes have you seen in Nigeria that they use tape? We need to be very realistic. Yeah, we need to be very realistic. Yeah. So everybody is just all about they are trying. I don't know what they're trying to do. Like, let's just be Western. We are Nigerian. So that's why I love Indians and Koreans. You see, these guys, number one is that they make movies and they speak their language. In fact, we see films that people speak local dialect as local films. If there's a Yoruba film that I think the Yorubas are doing well because they've been exporting films that is purely Yoruba culture. You know, but then Hausa, Igbo, these ones, like if there's any film that is a language, people are going to be looking at if I want to make a film now that I want the language to be Igbo, people will be telling me that are you sure this thing will make money, that kind of stuff. I mean, it's really bad because we need to bring it out there. Watch Korean movies, see how they are speaking Korea. In fact,
and then they have like you watch it like
thank you, of course. I
don't understand what they're saying. I read.
Thank you, read it.
Just read
in fact, Netflix were forced to now start dub English audio. So what they now do is that when they get the film, it's already in Korean language, they have to do English version. So if you now watch, but they have to get that film because it's interesting. If you watch Indian movies, see how they proudly present their culture, they present all these things, they speak their language. But when it comes to us, we are not understanding that this is our story. You know, forget all this. You know, we are trying to mimic the Western lifestyle a lot. So I believe that every single community, every single town in this country has unique stories. In fact, if you go back to your community now, sit back with the elders, there are stories they will tell you now that if you turn it into a film, it's going to be massive. You know, so we need to start telling these our stories. I think if we start investing in our stories, let's push it out there. So, I'm sure the world will be interested because the truth is this. I don't think there's any other story that the West can tell. They've been making films for a long time. They've told all the stories. That's why sometimes you see some movies that are very, very alike. So and what they're even doing is that they're now coming to take our own story because we're not telling it. Imagine they do Black Panther. What is Black Panther? Like that film, there's nothing African about that movie. But we're not doing anything. We couldn't make any futuristic movie. They came and made it for us. And also there's like the recent thing that happened, the Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. I don't know whether people have been trying before, but nobody has done anything, and now these guys came in.
Coming in to do
they're coming in very story. If we're not careful, they're going to now one day now you see probably some of them are probably in some communities trying to understand it, make some films about it. So we're not telling this story, we need to start telling it. We need to go into this rich culture, bring it out, make stories about them, make documentaries about them. I think that's one thing that we're looking down on, and if we start doing it, then it will not only, you know, it will be a big thing on our image, and it will also help and, you know, present us in the good lights anyway. So I think that is definitely something that needs to be done.
In Nigeria there are lots of cultures, lots of languages, lots of tribes. You know, we have so many places that we don't even know its existence.
It's crazy.
And to be honest, you know, I would say Nigerians, yes, are hardworking, but deep inside I would say Nigerians are lazy because really we just want things to happen just on a soft note. You know, we like the soft, like we're working hard, but we don't go deep into it. Like, you know, as filmmakers, storytellers, there's something about telling a story. You know, your story has to do with, you know, there should be a sense of reality. There should be like a sense of, you know, emotions, things that will capture human, because human beings react based on emotions.
Of course,
that's how we react. We are very emotional. So if we don't take advantage of what we have, what God has given us, because God has given us so much, but then you know, because abroad, or let me just say the Western culture came in, and it's like, you know, they say they brainwashed us with the religion and all of that, and at the moment we're not still trying to pick up the pieces and start from somewhere. And just as you mentioned, I think I agree with you 100% that really these people are coming in to take what is ours, and we have lots of story to tell. It's not all about making a movie and the next thing you're going to Babalawo or going to do this for your fellow, you know, your fellow sister. You know, there are movies that, especially, sorry to say, but then it's the truth. If this kind of like Igbo kind of setting movies, all those Abba movies, there must be something like that. To kill my sister or to kill my brother, for instance. And then I know that there are better movies right now, but I'm just trying to say, you know, way back, it's like, is that the only thing we do in Nigeria, to be against each other and all of that?
And it presents bad this thing, because now the public now think that's why young people now think that once you go to Babalawo and then make some this thing, you become rich, which is not true. It's not really true. It has given these young people the notion that okay, it also gives the notion that once you leave your village and go to the township, you are coming back rich. All those stuff that
had that mentality of like, once I live here, once I am here, once I leave school and then I enter university, I'm going to start having car, or I'm going to start doing this and that. But you don't know that that's not the reality.
That's not the reality.
It's something bigger. People, young children are young children, I'll use that, are very smart. It's what you give them that they will take. It's what the society gives them that they will take. And honestly, we really need to go beyond the level we put ourselves, because I feel there are so many things that Nigerians have. Filmmakers, you have all the opportunity, all the chances. It's just the money. I know that, which is we're going to come into that, the challenges and some of the opportunities. But then I know there is so much more for us to be able to, or for you people to be able to create your own stories. Now, talking about the opportunities and the challenges, I know that definitely in the industry there are a lot of challenges. There are like mental emotional, challenges that have to do with fellow human beings or fellow filmmakers, and then the big one, ego.
The funds,
So tell me, what are the challenges, like presently as a filmmaker, an independent filmmaker, what are some of the challenges and then the opportunities that you feel like the challenges made you lose those opportunities?
Okay, well, so basically, just like you said, there are a lot of challenges, and funds is always the top of it, because you need money to do good things. Just like that's basically why these streaming giants came into Nigeria, and they started funding these films, because money is everything. Money allows you to make good projects, take charge of your projects and produce very good results. And now this money also implies in things like some of the challenges I experience is something I've always tried to work on, getting my own personal equipments. Because when you film, you rent these equipments per day. You rent equipment per day, which means that you now have to make a plan. Okay, I'm going to be filming for like a week. Then circumstances can arise which would now make you not be able to finish for a week, and now you have a problem. Now there's an extra day and you have to find a way to make it work, and that means you're paying for all the filming equipment, you're paying for all the crew members for an extra day or extra a couple of days and all of that. So it all boils down to funding. That's a challenge that most young people have, and that's why most times people now try to just rush things or produce some not very great films because of these challenges. So that's basically it's almost everything rests on it. And then there is also this thing with acceptance. When you want to make a story, and then people are like, are they going to like this? Are they going? That film I'm telling you about, Stranded, is a very unique story, and I'm like, okay, let's see how it goes, because this is actually a 2-character film. Okay. From the beginning to the end, like just like we're having a conversation. You're going to be watching two people in one location, just having a conversation from the beginning to the end. So you can now see that this is not really the kind of story that Nigerians are used to. Nigerians want some action, they want something to happen. But then this is actually a very unique story, because these are things that could happen. You could literally be stranded somewhere, and then there's somebody there, and then somebody of the opposite says that you guys are talking. Anything can happen in that moment. So these things are some of the things you also look at. That's why I believe some people do not want to tell some story, because they feel like this story may not sell, stuff like that. So basically, these are some of the challenges, but I believe that if there is funding, a lot of things can be curtailed. Because, okay, for instance, as a young filmmaker, I want to work with some celebrities. If you don't have celebrities on your film, then it might not go far. It might not go far. So, and then you might want to work with some celebrities, and then because you are not a known face, they might just give you some conditions that or you're telling them what to do, and they might want to do what they want. And all of these things are just some of the things we encounter that are challenges to us. But of course, we have a lot of them that are very humble, like the characters I used for Stranded, Kelechi Udegbe and Scarlett Gomez. So these guys were very fantastic. They were very understanding, and I could read them very, very well. So but these are some of the challenges we encounter, and it makes it a little bit hard for us to be able to achieve this thing. But we keep pushing. Now there are the opportunities. Anyway, I would say that one thing with films is that films are everlasting. In fact, some movies, even after you die, these movies, they will continue to be there. you can imagine yourself in London that was shot how many years ago. They did everything. It's on Netflix. I don't know if it has left Netflix. Netflix bought it. Netflix, but imagine yourself in London that was shot with what kind of camera would they use to that old movie? Netflix bought it recently. I don't know. I think it might have finished the destiny. So yeah, you have King Kong that was shot probably before I was born. We have a lot of films that were dead. People that produced this film may not even be alive today, but those films are still there. Yeah, so that's one thing I believe. So I believe that even if the opportunities are not here right now, all I need to do is to keep making those films, because at the end of the day, you never can tell where to go. Yeah, I did a TV series, a high school musical. We already have the Disney musical. Everything about me has always been I'm trying to represent my own culture. So we have the Disney musical, we have students dancing, and I'm like, this film is bad for Nigeria, so I did a musical TV series. It went well, because the beautiful thing about that musical TV series was that in fact the music we used were young people. We used actors that it was their first time appearing on set, and it was fantastic. The film premiered in Dubai. It went to Moscow International Film Festival, and right now to be going to streaming platforms. So it's these things are there. They are wonderful. And we also have some project like a recent document. I don't know. I'm kind of moving into documentaries these days because it feels so good to tell real stories. We have some very fantastic. There are always so many stories to tell, but I love doing documentaries because it kind of I love when people are watching something and they're like, this is real. This one is no longer funny. It's no longer this is what is happening. Like a documentary on this man, Mike Ejara, trending man. There's a documentary on menstrual health, menstrual hygiene, which by God's grace, the film will be playing at the United Nations next year, March. So you can imagine, it's a very big opportunity. I think this is
it's something that a lot of people want to learn from it. Documentary exposes you to what you do not know. It gives you an insight, even when there are some things that you now tend to find out. Oh, it is this and this has been happening. So I feel there's something about documentary that is just unique and entirely different from other, movie making and all of that. So I think documentary basically it's more detailed, it's more educating and all of that. So I think I love the documentary aspect of it. Now quickly, let's talk about, time is not on our side anymore, but then we have technology that takes out all of this thing for us at the moment, and which I know that we've spoken about it in a way today. But then when it comes to the technology, what role does it really play in the filmmaking process, especially when it comes to accessibility and also the creativity? What does technology really do to the movie industry, or in Nigeria basically, like in general? What does it do to the filmmaking? Okay,
well, technology, it's been great because now we are able to get our hands on technologies that make this work faster for us. Technologies that kind of helps us. We already have very good gadgets. There were times when I believe the early days when if you want to film maybe you want to get area shots, somebody maybe have to climb up, and then we have some of the technology that so now we have drones, now we have crane that you can actually just raise space up. So these things actually helps. Now we have AI and the whole ChatGPT thing. Even though I always advise people, don't just go to try to. You have to be very smart about some of these things. Use these things to build up your idea and then work on it with that. So technology has really been helpful, and I think it all depends on people that understand how to use it. So if you understand how to use it, if you understand the need to invest in these technologies, it really makes the work better for us. And I think it's really been helpful. Really has been helpful.
All thanks to technology and of course all thanks to you, Michael Chinemeke. Okay, so I got it this time around. Okay, so thank you for your time. And then quickly, like very quick, in like 2 seconds, we have so many Nigerians, so many young people who are very creative, who are very intelligent, and they have the passion to go into the filmmaking industry. So just one word for the viewers or people who really pick that as an interest.
Okay, well, all I can say is if I can do it, you can do it. So it's just been a lot, but the thing is that I never gave up because I believe that I'm heading somewhere. When I started there, I didn't know that I'll get to where I am now, but today I can assure you that there are a lot of things. I think my Instagram is on the screen. Check it out, and if you can just check from where I started to where I am now, you would know that all you have to do is just keep working hard. And at some point, you'll be one of those guys that Netflix will want to give money to produce films.
Yeah, you know, so you can bring us Netflix back. You can bring us back the sponsorship. Thank you so much for your time here with us on Entertainment Circle. And thanks to all our viewers for your time with us today. We will see you again next week, Saturday. I am still your host, Chung Annabelle Joseph. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a beautiful weekend. Bye.
Are you ready to be entertained like never before? Get ready to dive into the latest and greatest entertainment news in lifestyle, music, movies, birthday celebration, and so much more. All on Entertainment Circle on global television. From the hottest red carpet event to exclusive interviews with your favorite stars, we've got you covered. Stay up to date with the latest trends and news from the entertainment world, all in one place. Tune in every Saturday by 1 p.m. with Chung Annabelle Joseph on global television.